Hi, my name is Robert Chelle with Chelle Law, and my law firm assists veterinarians with employment contract issues. Today I'm going to talk about the difference between being an employee versus an independent contractor as a veterinarian. So first, if you're in corporate practice, which is increasingly more and more likely, you are an employee. And so as an employee, you'll receive a W-2, and then taxes will be withheld from whatever your compensation is on whatever the scheduled pay period is for your employment. As a independent contractor, you will be a 1099, which means no taxes will be withheld from any of the compensation that you receive from the veterinary clinic that you're working with. And then at the end of the year, you would be responsible for paying the self-employment taxes and whatever else is necessary. So let's kind of talk about the benefits and drawbacks of each. So as an employee, the main benefit are benefits. You're going to get health, vision, dental, life, disability, retirement. They're going to pay for your continuing education, licensing, DEA registration. You're going to get paid time off, most likely. So as an employee, you're not going to have to worry about obtaining any of those types of insurances as well. They're also likely going to pay for your malpractice insurance, although as a vet, almost everyone uses the AVMA PLIT for malpractice insurance, and it's extremely affordable for most veterinarians, unless you're doing like equine. So those are the benefits of being an employee. Now, as an independent contractor, you won't get any of those things. So you're going to be responsible for covering the costs of all of the things I just talked about, and you're not going to get any paid time off. So you're going to have to pay for your own malpractice insurance, your own licensing, DEA, and then you're going to have to obtain health, vision, dental, life, retirement if you so choose, which for many people is just something they're not interested in doing. Now, if you are a 1099 independent contractor, then what you should do is create an LLC, get a tax EIN from the IRS, create a bank account, run all of the all of your compensation expenses through that account, and then you'll be able to deduct all of those expenses as tax write-offs. I would suggest, if you are going to work, as a independent contractor, and most of the time this is for people who are maybe working part-time for a clinic. They're not going to be working on a full-time basis. Maybe if they're in emergency medicine, they're just filling in occasionally. So in that scenario, it would make sense to be an independent contractor. Whereas if you're working full-time, 9 to 5 days a week for a clinic, then you really should be classified as an employee. As I was saying before, if you are going to work as an independent contractor, I would suggest reaching out to an accountant and then having them assist you in setting up all of the things I just spoke about. And then they'll be able to give you kind of the best advice on how to maximize your tax deductions. Now, a couple areas of concern. Some small employers, like a vet-owned clinic, will misclassify what should be employees as independent contractors just so they don't have to pay employment tax. So normally it's somewhere between 10 to 12% an employer has to pay employment tax on their employees, and so some people try to get out of having to pay that by classifying them as an independent contractor. The IRS lists like a 20-factor test that kind of determines whether someone's an actual employee versus an independent contractor. I would suggest, if you are concerned that you're being misclassified, I would look at that list, and then if you do think you are being misclassified, I would discuss that with your employer to make sure you're being properly identified. Is one better than the other? It's just simply depends upon the situation that the vet is in. Many times vets have no interest in obtaining all of their, all the insurance, health, vision, dental, as I stated before, and the employment route makes absolute sense for them. Whereas others, maybe they're a little more entrepreneurial and they're going to work for 3 different clinics or mobile or whatever, in that scenario, it makes sense to work as an independent contractor. If you have any questions about your employment agreement or independent contractor agreement, feel free to call my law firm at the phone number listed below in the description. You can reach us through our website, ChelleLaw.com. If you thought this video was helpful, please like, subscribe to the channel. We release videos every single day. All right, appreciate you watching the video. Thanks.